I'm just wondering if any of these are women who suffered through the witch hangings and the trials. They went from, I think, 1600 to 18, well, they're still happening, but the deaths occurred from 1600 to 1890 something. And then you wonder how many of the men are responsible for that. So I always get energy in these places. Look at this one. He was definitely alive during the trials and the times, because it says Gideon Wells, 1739. He was 48 years old. I'd like to do some research in the town hall and find out who some of these prominent people actually were. My sister, she studies genealogy, so I'm kind of familiar with my own family. I get energy back here, this area back here. A lot of them are unmarked, and there's symbols on the stones. My mom told me the symbols on the brown stone indicated that they're Native American blood. It's just interesting though. There's an unmarked stone back there and it just says Mary. And then they go further back, but I get energy back here.
Touch this stone, see if you can pick up anything. And if you want to touch it as well. All right, this one's got issues. After you touched it, Ashley, you kind of woke him up, only he's got issues. All right, so he's got some anger issues. And I think it's to do with women. So when you touched him, it's like he kind of woke up and felt regret or anger or something like that. And he wants to keep it secret, whatever it is. He doesn't like me talking about it. He had an image to maintain. So all I want you to do for the moment is just to wander from stone to stone and just notice if something feels different. He's angry because he had to put a face on, he had to look because of his position. Yeah, he was constrained from fully expressing because of his position in the town. Okay, so he's inside of me now, and he can do all the sorts of inappropriate things he's ever wanted to do.
It's not Halloween yet, I'm not ready to be that scared.
So he's saying thanks for the offer, but it would get me into trouble. Okay, so yeah, so he's ready to move on so he can get another body and have another life. Yeah, something that's not so, be a bit more expressive. So up we go. All right, so if you heard what Rosalind said, she wanted some recognition.
Over here it looks like a love letter's been written.
How long has it been since she died?
1815.
1815. All right, 207 years. So Lucy, everyone you knew and knew you has died, so nobody's gonna come. You need to get a new family, new friends. Leave the past in the past. Create a new family. Let go of the past, Lucy. Okay, so you're still attached to those people. So are you attached to their souls? Yeah, let that sink in. Because their souls are living lives again and ready to be born again, to find you again. So yeah, you can be with them, same people, different bodies. Let them go. They're not there. Come see them right now. Yes, they're up here. What you're seeing is their souls. All right, they'll explain it. I'm just adding some more flowers to Lucy B's grave because she wanted to be remembered. So yeah, I'm just gonna move the bulk of these on because there's just so many here.
Yeah.
All right, so going.
As a ghost worker, you learn to practice with your intuitive skills to be able to connect with spirits, souls, people who are in the in-between of the heavenly plane and the earthly plane, but they don't know that they are spirits. They're actually human energy beings, and they need our help so they can transition to the above, to heaven, to go home to God, to be with their family. And what our work is we come out to places like cemeteries, or we go to people's homes by invitation, and we help the spirits that are lost. Today we're walking through the old Wethersfield Cemetery, which is situated behind a well-established congregational church in the older part of Wethersfield. And as you stand here looking at the tombstones of fellow men and women who have lived on this world and on this earthly plane, and who've walked where I'm walking now, you get a sense of timelessness, a sense of connectivity to who they were and what they did in their life when they were here where I stand today. As a practice ghost worker, we learn to help spirits, souls, connect with their Heavenly Father. We aid them in finding their way home. Many spirits are just lost people who have passed on, and they're not aware that there are other options. They're stuck to the earthly plane. And what we do is we use our intuitive senses, and we come and find them and help them find their way to return to a higher plane, to go to heaven, where all their loved ones are waiting for them and where their soul can rest, and they can heal and then find their way back to what their lessons learned on earth needed to be. In heaven, I've learned from Paul Rice that there are many different levels and a place for every soul to be found. And that in ghost work, we learn that there is no hell. It's just people who are sad don't have the ability to find the joy in the world that we would like them to have learned. As ghost workers, we're sensitive to finding lost souls who do mischief, who are, as I could say, waiting to be seen and heard again. These are people, these headstones represent people who have walked this planet long before I even existed, long before you existed. And these markers represent that they were here, and people love them. In the world, there are two deaths. One is the physical death of your body, which transitions us to heaven. And the second death is the death of the last person that ever knew you existed in this earthly plane. So that gives us a very long period of existence, especially if we've been loved and connected with the future generations of nieces, nephews, great-nieces, great-nephews, friends, and the children's friends. And as you stand here and you see a multitude of headstones, you see behind them is a spirit that could be waiting to be helped to transition to the heaven above.